Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your abundant knowledge. Thank you so much. Coming up next is a session on Ayurvedic ethno-medicinal observations of medicinal plants of Western Ghats, Maharashtra. This will be presented by Vaidya Sambhaji Ramachandra Patil. Sambhaji sir is the founder of Sri Sairam Ayurveda Panchakarma Clinic and Research Center at Solapur, Maharashtra, and is serving there as principal Ayurveda physician. Sir received Ayurveda Acharya degree from Rajiv Gandhi University, Bangalore. Apart from this, from 2007 to 2011, Sir studied Samhita, medicine, Ayurvedic method of acupuncture, Ayurvedic astronomy by Gurukul method under the guidance of Vaidyanraj Sri C.B. Desai, Yadgut, Belgaum. Sir has also received guidance under many great gurus on subjects like Ayurvedic ophthalmology, Kerala Panchakarma treatment, Kerala pediatric treatment, Himalayan tradition, etc. Today, Sir has already explored all major forests in the Himalayas, Konkan, Melghat, Toranmal, as well as in states like Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, etc. He has also done research work on divine medicine, Siddha medicine, herbal medicine, research on plants acting on mercury, monodrug therapy, spirituality and medicine, conservation of rare drugs, research on untold drugs and their uses in medicine. Sir has been honored with a national award by the V.M. Gokte Dravyagunam Award 2018 by Vaidya Kadiwali Research Institute, Pune. A grand welcome is accorded to you, sir. You may start your session now.
Sambhaji sir. Namaste. Sambhaji sir.
Just a minute, Sambhaji sir will join soon. Vivin sir?
Sir, we got a message from Director General of CCRAs.
Oh, yes. So it's an immense pleasure that Professor Vaidya Dhiman sir has sent a message to our international webinar. It is my immense pleasure to know that Ashtangam Ayurveda Chikitsalayam and Vidyapeetham Palakkad, Kerala is organizing a 3-day webinar in association with Dr. P.R. Krishnakumar Center for Traditional Knowledge from 29 to 31st of December 2020 on Ayurvedic ethno-medicinal practices for the documentation and validation of traditionally used medicinal plants to identify the useful leads for the betterment of humanity. I am further happy to know that experts from various parts of the world are participating and deliberating on this important topic. Ethnomedicine has also contributed greatly to the knowledge of Ayurveda. They are the nourishing roots of the tree of Ayurveda. The understanding of such practices can greatly enrich our science. The Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Science also has given utmost importance to such work and has taken several efforts at documentation, preservation, and publication of such knowledge. I extend my heartily congratulations and best wishes to the organizers for the successful organization of this webinar and pray to God that the deliberations will bring about new knowledge which will be helpful in further promotion of the ancient science of Ayurveda. We Ashtangam family and wholeheartedly ourselves, the Driviguna department, is thanking Sir for giving such an inspirational words and blessings to our international conference. Thank you, sir.
think.
Even sir, now,
Yes, sir.
Now we can share that slide of
Yes,
Sambhaji
yes,
sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dear Sambhaji.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, please start, Sambhaji.
Sir ji, namaste.
Namaste.
First of all, hello.
Yes, Sambhaji, you can continue.
Sir. Okay, okay. I welcome heartily in the Ashtangam Aranyakam 2020, the international conference on Ayurvedic ethno-medical practices. I am going to share my observations from last 10 years. I met 167 traditional folklore practitioners in last 10 years in only Western Ghat of Maharashtra. And I am going to share the knowledge which is rational, which is having a very close relation to our text, and some of Anukta Dravyas which is used by me and proven clinically in my practice during last 10 years, and some of medicines which was used more than 60 years by my gurus. We are moving towards the second slide. सर जी स्लाइड आगे करना है. Next slide.
Even sir, next slide please.
This is my Guruji, Sri Gurudev. We are from Bhagavan Nityananda, Kanjangarh, Kerala. He is my Dada Guru. So we are going to start. Our first herb is very common herb. First slide, sir. It is a well-known plant. First slide, Gloriosa superba. Our first slide is Gloriosa superba. The name.
Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You can continue, sir.
Yes, sir. First slide is Gloriosa superba. In Ayurveda, we know the plant as one of the poisonous plant. The tubers are poisonous. Vishalyakarni, Halini, Langali, Kalihari, these are the synonyms. I am going to share one of the fantastic experience and fantastic result oriented formula. In Western Ghats of Maharashtra, if you are having dental pain, the plant tuber is used for the to cure the dental pain. If you are having the dental pain in your right molars, then the application of the kalka prepared from the tuber is on left snuff box. If you are having pain in your right molar, the application of kalka prepared from the tuber, it is on the left snuff box, is angushta mula. And if you are having the pain in the left molars, the same application, external application, will be done on the right snuff box, right angushta mula. And fantastically, it is working and traditionally practiced more than 150 years. Here, the tubers are not purified at all. They use the raw tubers. They use only the raw tubers. Second one is what I observed, our keen observation of our ancestors, our sages. We are going to see there is a Kutaja, Purusha Kutaja and Stri Kutaja. There are flowers, male flower and female flower. Like this, Gloriosa superba has two types of tuber. One is a male tuber, another is a female tuber. So how to identify which one is small and flat? It is a female tuber, and which one is round and long and has curves and complete curve like a halini. This is a male tuber. Basically, traditional folk practitioners take only male tubers for the medicinal purpose. Another one of the fantastic formulation I'm going to share with all of you, the fresh juice of leaves is used in Go Ayurveda, Go Chikitsa. If the cow is having Atisara, 20 ml of fresh juice, here is the fresh juice is very much important, of leaves of Gloriosa superba, administered only 3 times a day, and it is having a very fantastic results. Next slide. This one is one of the very favorite plant of mine, and my mentor Dr. Rajan sir and my mentor Dr. Venugopal sir. Second slide, sir. It is a Caralluma fimbriata. In Marathi, we are calling it as Makad Shingoli, which is related to monkeys. The amazing thing about this plant is we are going to see some plants are touch sensitive, like lajalu. Some herbs open and close the leaves according to day and night. Our Shirisha is one of the best example. Shirisha patras are closed in night and opens when sun arises. Like this, Atibala flowers. We need the very keen observation. Atibala flowers also closes in night and opens in morning. We have to observe this. Like this, Caralluma plant is a sound sensitive plant. It sharply changes the rasa when someone tries to go near the plant. I'm saying it sharply changes the rasa when someone tries to go near the plant. Hills of Western Ghats has many species of Caralluma. The uses what I observed is Kalka, external application of Kalka, fresh Kalka on the piles, especially in the bleeding piles. Another is 10 ml of Swarasa on empty stomach for a bleeding piles. The Kalka also used in Netra dosha, especially the Kalka made from the flower. The flower is look like same as the iris of the human eye. So likewise, Samanya Vishesha Siddhanta they are using. So in Netra dosha like a Bidalaka, and it is like Kani tribes in Agastimalai, they are eating something. So best stamina food, it suppress hunger and boost energy for hours, and this is used by Katkari tribes and used also by me. Only 10 to 20 grams of Caralluma fimbriata if you are going to eat in the morning, so you can't get hunger throughout a day. Katkari tribes eat it raw and prepares the vegetable also. Next slide, sir. Western Ghat is full of varieties. More than 700 plants I collected from Granthas and Anukta. The Coix Lacrima Jobi, which is a Gaveduka from the Charaka Samhita, one of the best Karsha Dravya. What the tribes are going to do, they take all the we call it as a Vaijayanti seed. Gala Vaijayanti Mala means the Vitthala, Lord Vitthala is worshipped with the mala, with the garland of the Vaijayanti seeds. So tribes what they are going to do, they soak the grains overnight in the water. Morning they boiled it, outer hard husk was removed and they consumed like a rice. Also the rice and patra churna is used in the painful menstruation. Next slide. Here is, I am going to share a very common but very wonderful drug. It is called as Gorakhmundi Shravani Sphaeranthus indicus. In eye disease, tribals are used it, the whole seed of Gorakhmundi in Chaitra Masam, usually on the first day or first Sunday of Chaitra Masam. Traditionally practice is to take a mundi without touching your teeth. Directly you have to consume one single mundi in empty stomach to prevent eye diseases. And here I'm doing like in Andhra Pradesh, someone is giving the medicine for asthma in the fish for one day, once in a year. Like this, if one can eat Gorakhmundi on the empty stomach in every Chaitra Masam, so he is free from eye diseases. Especially for Unmada and Apasmara, there is a practice to collect the Gorakhmundi on Sunday or Pusharkaha, Pushya Nakshatram, which is coming on the Sundays. Uses what they are using in Vrukka Vikara, Medo Dhatu Vikruti, and in PCOD. We all know the after one Mandala Kala, 7 of each and every Rasaushadhi, especially Parada containing Rasaushadhis, we have to stop the Rasaushadhi practice consumption after 45 days or after one Mandala. Likewise, Gorakhmundi should stop after 45 days. Next slide. We all know the famous Rutu Haritaki. Haritaki should be taken with different anupanam according to season. Likewise, Shravani means Gorakhmundi has a tradition to take. Rutu Gorakhmundi, we are going in very simple way. In Chaitra and Vaishakha Masa, 1 gram of Gorakhmundi is taken with honey on empty stomach. In Jyeshtha and Ashadha Masam, it is taken with Khandasita, means Sharkara. In Shravana and Bhadrapada Masam, it is taken with Gogurtam. In Ashwina and Kartika Masam, it is Goduktam. In Indian tradition, we are never using Dugdha for drinking and any purpose in Shravana Masam. Shravana Mas में हम दुग्ध का प्रयोग नहीं करते हैं. So see, the tradition is also comes here. They are taking Dugdha with Gorakhmundi in Ashwin and Kartika, and in Shravan and Bhadrapada there is a use of Gogurta. In Agahan and Paushamasam with buttermilk. Now the Paushamasam is started, so if anybody want to take a Rutu Gorakhmundi, so he have to take with a buttermilk. In Magha and Falguna Masam with sour kanji, which is prepared from the rice. So this is one of the fantastic idea given by our acharyas. Like Rutu Haritaki, you can try a Rutu Gorakhmundi and many other rasayana drugs. One of the fantastic use of Gorakhmundi, what I observed, it is taken, if Gorakhmundi taken with Jyeshtha Mother, equal part of Jyeshtha Mother, your voice will be very good. Second, next slide. This is one of the very common plant in Western Ghat. It is a Shalmali, Bombax mulbarica. Next. So how they are going to use? They are going to use the bark. Bark is look like a fresh wound. Tribes use the kulk of the bark to heal the wound. Next slide. We are having a tradition to use Shalmali Mula, which is of not more than 1 year. It improves quality of the sperm. So after 1 year, Shalmali Mula, before 1 year is Madhura Snigdha. After 1 year or after 3 years, Shalmali Mula becomes Kashaya Rasatmak and it purifies the semen. So one of the fantastic Shukra Shodhana Dravya I found in last 10 years, I'm using it in Granthi Shukra, pus, when there is a pus in sperms, when there is a foul smell, liquefaction time mein gadbad hai. So I'm going to use the older Shalmali mool to purify the semen. One of the fantastic use again for Uttam Vajikara, Shalmali Vrunta is going to be used. In Maharashtra, in Mahabaleshwar and Panchagani, in Dapoli area, among 400 to 500 rupees per kg, the price of Shalmali Vrunta. They called it at a Semala Vrunta. Semala Vrunta. Next slide. This is one of the fantastic herb, Murayya's cobra lily. I found it. It is endemic, extremely endemic in the Western Ghats. I found it in the bank of Krishna River near Mahabaleshwar, around 4,500 feet altitude. So if we are going to see the like a cobra, the hood, second slide, next slide, the hood like a cobra. So it is called as a Murayya's cobra lily. Murayya is the scientist. He discovered the plant, so the name given. Second slide, we can see the like a cobra tongue the plant is, and it is a stem is not used, the kanda is used. In Marathi it is called as Pandra Sap Kanda. Pandra means Shweta, Sap means cobra, Kanda means which is having a tuber. It is a white snake tuber, like this Pandra Sap Kanda. It is also used, sir, next slide, it is also used as a vegetable. The tuber kept in the purification of the, because it is a poisonous plant, Arisema murai. So Arisema species mostly poisonous. So this is also very poisonous plant. So what the tribes are going to do, the tubers kept in running water for about 8 to 12 hours for purification. After that, they make the vegetable like a surana, like a potato, like this only. The tribes used the tubers on Vidradi and different cancers. One of the reason for extinction of this plant, why it is going to extinct or why it is endemic, because it is having very good result in tongue cancer, in goiter, in lung cancers, like this. Where there is a Vidradi, where there is abscess like growth, the tribals are going to remove the tuber of Arisema murai and use it. Another one of the fantastic I observed in the Go Ayurveda, Pashu Ayurveda, they used to cure the hump injuries of the cows and bullocks. The pulp of tuber applied with fresh juice of Haridra. They are using Haridra Kanda, which is always fresh, for 3 days only, and the hump injuries maximum recovers. Next slide, sir. Sir, next slide. Drinaria quercifolia, Ashwakatri. In Marathi, we are called it as Vanar Bashing. Vanar Bashing means the monkey which is eagerly waiting for the marriage. Bashing means the garland worn by the groom on the forehead. So it is called as a Vanar Bashing. Like this, in Western Ghats, you found the big trees like Amra, the big trees like Kuchala, is having all over like a garlands, the Ashwakatri on the all the plants. My Guruji, Vaidya Vasantarao Kulkarni from Sangli, used it for last 60 years in Sandhigatavata, Katishula and Shofa. So what I understood is, when there is a Shotha associated with Jwara and Ama, when there is a Shotha associated with Jwara and Amadosha, it is a clear indication to use Ashwakatri. So we are using Ashwakatri with Maryada Valli, which is my last slide. We are going to discuss there. So it is also best in Mutra Sangha, and to prevent gangrene, it is very fantastic herb. I heard it from my mentor Ajayan sir. The Kashayam and the Kwatham of Ashwaka tree is selling out in the Kerala and Tamil Nadu elsewhere. So it is like this. We are going to say Guduchi on Nimba is the best. Guduchi on Nimba is the best. Like this, Ashwaka tree on the Kuchala plant is supposed to be best. My Guruji always take Ashwaka tree from Kuchala plant, and they are going to use in arthritis. The pain subsides within hours. The pain subsides within hours when it is taken from a Kuchala plant. Strucnus nux vomica के plant के ऊपर जो रहेगा उसका लेना है. And I also seen Drynaria quercifolia or another variety or another species in oak trees in Himalayas. Next one. Here is the Kuchala, plant of Kuchala and plant of Vata. Both are having Ashwaka tree. Next slide. Here clearly we are going to see it is supposed to be best. Next slide. This is one of the wonderful plant, Glindia glauca. In Marathi, we are going to call it as Rametha. Also, we are calling Dat Padi. Dat Padi means teeth. Padi means which fallen down your teeth. There are many tales in tribes. If you are by mistakenly, if you are going to take or going to eat or going to chew the tender branch of this tree, your teeth may fall down. I seen one patient in Kolhapur who went in the Tajipur wildlife sanctuary near Radhanagari. It is also in the Western Ghat, and he chewed by mistakenly the Glindia glauca. Sir, next slide. He chews by mistakenly the Glindia glauca tender branch, and he is 50 years around, and he is not having any teeth. But the thing is, folklore peoples or the folks are going to say ki immediately the fallen of the teeth, I am not sure, but fallen of the teeth is happen, this is sure. It will take some time. Also, it is used to catch the fish by the villagers. Veterinary use, this is one of the use done by to make the profit by the peoples. People use leaves of Glindia glauca. They rub the fresh juice. They make the fresh juice of leaves of Glindia glauca, and they rub the juice in the udder of milking buffaloes, which are going to be sold. As the udder gets swollen because the juice of Glindia glauca is somewhat irritating. So by irritation, the udder gets swollen. Udder looks big, and they can get more profit by selling the animals. Next slide, sir. This is one of the rarest herb in Sri Lanka and in Western Ghat. In Sri Lanka, there is a declared critically endangered and possibly extinct 2012 in Sri Lanka. Re-observed this plant in Sri Lanka after 125 years. There is a scholarly article on Aeginetica indica. Actually, this is a root parasite or the leaf parasite. This is one of the parasite. Next slide. In Marathi, it is called as a gulab dani. Gulab dani means rose water. The vessel which contains the rose water. Next slide, sir. It is a critically endangered in tribal areas of Kudal, Savantwadi and Sindhudurga district near the Malvan district. The folks use it in the cancer. I never seen 7 years. In 7 years, I never seen more than 3 times. I've seen only 3 times. The pic is from the Kudal, Savantwadi, near the Vengurla, Goa. Next slide. Vagatia spicata. It is called as Ghrutakaranja. In Marathi, it is called as a Vakeri. So the plant is having very deep-seated roots. The nodes on the roots are used to external application on tonsillitis. In Sholapur, there is a famous Vaidya, Dr. Nrsimhacharya Bagewadikar. In 1950, around 1950, he is treating challenge by challenge the diphtheria and the tonsillitis cases by use of this Vagatia spicata nodes on roots. In Marathi, it is called as a Vakeriche Bhate. Bhate means the gland or the nodes, and Vakeri is the name of the plant. The roots decoction used for Vanadhavana. I am using it for burns. It also gives very fantastic result. Sir, next slide. For burns, it is giving very fantastic result. We have to make the decoction of the 10 gram of roots of Vagatia spicata mixed in the 400 ml of the water, make it a half, and 200 ml of the water. Just wash all the wound. If your hand is burned, if your feet are burned, so all over the body you can wash it only, and after that we are going to spread the powder of Vagatia spicata. It is having very good result, very less chances to do the Savarnikarana process. Next slide. This is a very common plant, and Argeria nervosa. In Marathi, we are called it as second slide. In Marathi, we are called it as Samudra Shoka. Next slide, sir. Vidhara or Vruddhadaru. This is one of the also source plant for fungi. It is very powerful wound healer. It united if the meat is cutting into 4 or 5 pieces, and the cutted meat, when one is going to put in the leaves of Samudra Shoka, Argeria nervosa, after 1 or 2 hours, the cutted meat pieces are tries to join again. So by this use, we are using for very much in quantity for the wound heals and for the cutted ends of the human parts. Also, this is the plant is used for hump treatments and mastitis treatments. It is works very good. It is a Vrishya and Vajikara, and one of the best Raktastambhaka. After Jhabu, there is Jau, another plant. After Jau, I found it a very good Raktastambhak plant. Next slide. Next slide. ये थोड़ा stretch हो गया है. This is a Revia hypocratiformis fungi. Rajnigantu, one of the source plant for a fungi. It is used in Shwasa and Kasa. I am here describing the like a pakoda. We make one delicious mixed with the gram flour. Second slide, and fry it in the tila tailam or groundnut tailam. So this is one of the delicious dish made in Western Ghat. So it is used in Swasakasa. The fried vegetable of fungi is recommended in Shwasankas. What we are going to see, Shwasakas में तली हुई चीजें बंद करना है, but they are using in the Shwasakas very tasty vegetables, and there is one contraindication for to take the Revia, the fungi. If a woman want to conceive, she does not allow it to take, because it is supposed it is a like contraceptive. Next slide. This is next slide, sir. Very common plant. Nowadays it is very famous for its great Vrusha property. It is nothing but a Shwetamusli leaves, Chlorophytum tuberosum. In Marathi, we are called it as a kolu. In Marathi, we are called it as a kolu. And the tender leaves are edible. In Western Ghat, there is a famous Ranabaji Mahotsav, which is prime attraction for the Mumbai and Pune peoples, for the urban peoples to went in the such as festivals, and very good festival actually. The leaves are cooked like मेथी के सब्जी की तरह इसको ये करते हैं, और there is no use of onion, no use of rason in whole recipe. They are going to use only urad dalam, masha and the shweta musli. And for balya and before marriage, it is a compulsory ritual in the Katkari tribes to have once the shweta musli vegetable. Tubers are very apprenticeship, as we all know this. Second slide, sir. Next slide. It is details about Shweta Musli only. This is one of the famous vegetables. It is available for only 6 to 7 days after first rain comes. Means once rain comes in Varsha Ritu, for first 7 days, it is available for all of us. Second slide. It is called as Amorphophilus commutatus dragon stalk yam. In Marathi, we are call it as a shevla, shevlyachi bhaji. Bhaji means vegetable. Shevla means the name of the stalk. The tender stalks are used to prepare the vegetable. Also, the application of the tender stalks juice or the kalka or the paste, it is very good in Kshudra Kushtas, in skin diseases, in Dadru, in Pama. It is works like anything. It is very good plant. But as it is available for only for 7 days, so one cannot get for all. Next slide. This is one of the famous plant. It is Caparis xylenica. In Marathi, it is called as Govinda Phal. Govinda is a name of Lord Vishnu. Also in Marathi, there is another name is called as a Vagati. Next slide, sir. We are seeing in first slide, we are seeing the flower is with purple color, and in second slide, it is in, now we are going to see the white color. This is a before and after pollination stage. Before pollination, it is a bright purple color. After pollination, it becomes white. Next slide. Clearly, we are going to see this is a phala. This is a fruit of Caparis xylenica, Vagati, Vagranaki. Next slide, sir. In all over Maharashtra, not only in the Western Ghat, in all over Maharashtra, on Ashadha Masam, there is a Ekadashi. From all over India, people comes to worship Vithala, nothing but Lord Vishnu. Nearly about 10 lakh people gathers in Pandharpur, Maharashtra. So on the second day, it is called as Ashadha Dwadashi. After taking darshana of Lord Vithala, on the second day, there is a ritual to eat the fruits of Govinda Phala, which is related to the Lord Vishnu, used as a vegetable. The fruits are cut it down and without any onion and all these things, like potato or like a surana, the vegetables going to made and served for each and every person. It is supposed that if once in a year, if you are going to take this vegetable, you prevent all the skin diseases, especially acne. So what we called as in Rutu Haritaki, like Gorakhmundi, and like a caparis zhalenika, you have to take once in a, this is like a kamya rasayanam, once in a year you have to eat fruits of caparis zhalenika. You would never get the acne, you would never get the acne. So what I am doing in my practice, I collect the fruits from the market, I cut it down, and I make a powder, and I am giving to each and every person, each and every patient who is with acne. The leaves of the Caparis zhalenica is very good in the piles. Only external application, Gudadaha, and also it is wonderful drug in Gudabhramsha. Next slide. I am. This is the slide from Nasik, which is a northern western Ghat near Mumbai. So there is a vegetation changes, some changes, and the tradition of to take the vegetables are also changes. This is nothing but of flowers of, next slide. This is nothing but of flowers of Telosma pallida. I am saying in market. Next slide. In this manner, they are the Adivasi, the Katkari peoples, the pick up the flowers and came in the market. Second slide. So flowers are used as a vegetables. It is called as a Varsha Dodi. Varsha Dodi means the flower, the tender flowers or the Pushpa Kalika. It is called as a Dodi. Dallana also mentioned this word Dodi for the Jivanti only. This is one of the source plant for Jivanti. In Kerala, we are going to use a Holostoma aracodina as a Jivanti. In Maharashtra, we are using Leptadenia reticulata as a Jivanti. And in some places in the Maharashtra, we are using Telosma pallida as a Jivanti. So there is a Broad Jivanti and Lagu Jivanti according to Nigantu also. So this is a source plant for Jivanti. The flowers came out after first rain. So if one can use it as a vegetable, you have to take chance up to 16th June or maximum 1st of the July. After 1st of the July, you won't get the Telosma pallida flowers. Means the tender flowers, which is used for vegetables. So Jivanti Shakasreshtam, the flowers of the Jivanti is used as the vegetables. They are like a Kshema Kutuhala. जैसा क्षेम कुतूल में लिखा है, like this only, the Jivanti Telosma pallida flowers vegetable is made with bharjan in Ghruta, Hingu, and added with the takram. So in Maharashtra, we are having tradition. We are not going to use any vegetable without adding takra, Ghrutam, and Hingu. So if there is a leafy vegetable, we are going to use it. We must add Ghruta, Hingu, and Takram. Telosma pallida is also in nowadays, it is very famous in Gujarat, in Jamnagar, in Maharashtra, in Nasik, Dhulia, and in Satpura ranges also, and in the Western Ghat also. It is supposed that if we are going to eat this vegetable for 15 to 20 days, it is best for eyes, especially to remove the spectacles. I am using the Telosma pallida flowers to increase the milk in cows, because Jivanti is very good for lactogenesis. It is available after first rain up for 15 days, and last year's price is around 300 to 400 kg. Next slide. The slide is from Trambakeshwara Jyotirlinga. How the market peoples are, you can clearly see the Jivaka and Manakanda and all these. We are going to get many habenaria species, which is a source plant for our Ashtavarga drugs. They are selling very commonly for 20 rupees for 500 grams, sometimes 500 rupees for 100 grams. According to customer, they are changing the rates, but how they are selling, see the above the Jivaka, they are written the in Marathi gas apachan means for gas and for the indigestion they are using it. but this is the market. Next slide. I'm going to share, this is again in Marathi, some glimpses of the Western Ghat. So this is a very beautiful flower. It is used for mastitis of the cows. 10 to 15 grams of whole plant given to the cows if the cow is having mastitis. Next slide. It is a the image is stretched out during making of the PPTs. It is one of the rare variety of muesli, where rare variety of chlorophytum glycosides. This is also used in the folklore medicines. Second plant. Next slide. We are seeing only the glimpses of Western Ghat, only some flowers from Khas Plateau, because due to time, I am sharing the only some glimpses. Next slide. How the Western Ghat looks. Next slide. Western Ghat also contains the seashore. So next slide, sir. It is called as a Maryada Vale, Maryada Valli, which is limitations for the seashore. So this is supposed that it is a border for a sea. Sea doesn't cross this creeper. This is used by my Guruji along with Ashwakatri, 10 grams of Ashwakatri, 10 grams of Ipomia per scapri. Make a decoction in 200 ml. Reduce it at a 50 ml and take it on the empty stomach with Amruta. No other remedy my Guruji is using. It relieves the pain very sharply. The stems are used. 10 ml Katham is made consume on empty stomach. And as it is a border for a seashore like this, it is a border, it is a Maryada for my lecture on the webinar also. So I'm going to stop here. Thanks all. Next slide, sir. Dhanyavad. I am going to thank the Ashtangam Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, all the teachers, principals, and especially Ajay Sadanandan sir. Thanks all. Hope it is useful to all of you. Hope it is useful to the world. And we need to conserve this traditional knowledge in the form of web or in the form of books, or we have to study it for our lifetime. Thanks again. Thanks, sir. Namaste.